Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Movement Radio. I am Chip Hazard, and today we're diving deep into the world of Marvel's most relentless vigilante, the Punisher. For new readers, jumping into Punisher comics can be overwhelming because there are so many different runs, reboots, and interpretations of Frank Castle's War on Crime. That's why I put together the ultimate beginner's guide to Punisher comics, the essential stories you need to start with to truly understand the character. So grab your gear, load up, and let's hit the streets. And we're going to start all the way back in 1994 with The Punisher, Year One. So if you want to start at the beginning, this is it. Punisher Year One is a four-issue miniseries that retells Frank Castle's tragic transformation after witnessing his family's brutal murder in Central Park. Frank declares war on crime. What makes this story great for beginners is that it strips away the fluff and gives you the raw emotional foundation of who the Punisher is. You don't need prior Marvel knowledge to get into it. It's all about Frank, his trauma, and his first steps as a vigilante. Then there's Welcome Back Frank from 2000. If there's one Punisher story that every fan recommends, it's Welcome Back Frank, written by Garth Ennis with art by Stephen Dillon. This 12-issue run redefined the modern Punisher. It's violent, it's gritty, but it also has that dark humor that Ennis is known for. This is where new readers really get a sense of Frank's brutal one-man war on the mob. It's accessible, easy to follow, and a perfect starting point for anyone jumping in. Then from 2004 to 2009, you have Punisher Max. Now, if you're ready to step into the deep end, Punisher Max is where things get real. This was Garth Ennis unleashed, writing Punisher with zero restrictions. Gone are the superheroes, the team ups, the Marvel Universe connections. Instead, this is Frank Castle at his rawest and most grounded. It's violent, mature, and absolutely not for the faint of heart. But if you want to see why so many people consider Punisher one of Marvel's most complex characters, Max is essential reading. And then you have Born from 2003. So before Frank Castle became the Punisher, he was a soldier. Born takes us all the way back to his final tour in Vietnam and shows us the seeds of the man he would become. This story makes it clear that even before the tragedy of his family, Frank was already a man shaped by war, violence, and survival. It's haunting, psychological, and gives you a deeper understanding of why Frank could never really walk away from the battlefield. Then there's Punisher War Journal. This was from 1988 to 1995. For those who want to see Frank Castle interact with more with the Marvel universe, Punisher War Journal is the place to go. This long-running series has him crossing paths with characters like Spider-Man, Daredevil, and even Wolverine. Early issues with Jim Lee's art give it that classic late 80s, early 90s Marvel feel. And if you want a balance between traditional superhero comics and Punisher brand of justice, War Journal is a great pick. Then from 2014, we have Punisher by Nathan Edmondson. Fast forward to the 2010s, and Nathan Edmondson delivered a fresh, modern take on Frank Castle. This run has him battling cartels and mercenaries across the globe while still keeping his street level, no nonsense approach. It's very action driven and feels like a military thriller, perfect for readers who want a contemporary Punisher story without all the history baggage. Or you could start with Punisher from 2016 by Becky Cloonan and Stephen Dillon. This series is another excellent modern entry point. Becky Cloonan brings a hard edge, character focused take on Frank. It's notable for being Steve Dillon's final work on the character. It captures the essence of the Punisher's relentless crusade while paying homage to everything that came before it. And I have a little bonus for the fans that want to go a little deeper. So once you've dipped your toes in, you might want to check out some wild extras. We have Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe, an alternate reality story where Frank takes down every hero and villain. Uh, you could also read his classic clashes with Daredevil, which highlight their moral differences, or even watch the Netflix Punisher series with John Barenthal, which blends elements from the comics in a gritty, realistic way. So there you have it, the essential starting points for anyone looking to dive into the world of Punisher comics. Whether you start with year one for his origin, Welcome Back Frank for a modern classic, or Punisher Max for the most brutal take, these stories will give you everything you need to understand Frank Castle's never-ending war. And if you're a longtime Punisher fan, let me know in the comments, where did you start reading his stories? And if you're new, which of these runs are you planning on picking up first? As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell to get notified so you never miss a deep dive into the greatest comic book stories ever told. Until next time, I am Chip Hazard. This is Movement Radio. Stay nerdy. Peace.